Hello, my friends. Welcome to a sexual kung fu workshop. My name is Will Blunderfield. You can find my work at WillBlunderfield.ca. I'm up here in beautiful British Columbia, Canada, and I'm so excited to share the technology of sexual kung fu with you. I had been teaching, Hatha, Lululemon kind of yoga for about 14 years, and I love it. But I realize if we want to really harness and direct our sexual energy, we have to incorporate it in our practice. And just stretching the body isn't enough to really learn how to mix the blood and the chi and to direct that sexual energy upwards. A lot of people are addicted to porn. A lot of people are stressed out and feeling depressed and low energy. And what I found in my life is if you can learn how to harness and direct your erotic prowess, basically in your loins, and shunt it up into your body rather than out, you gain more power. You build your energetic empire, as it were. So let's take a deep breath into your whole body. Make the heart sound, H-A, ha, just releasing any tension to the pull of gravity. I can really recommend doing this outside if you're able to. Barefoot is really good so you can absorb the grounding energy from Mother Earth. Rub your palms together. We're gonna Reiki the genitals and we're gonna chant Om, the universal sound of oneness, to purify the energy in the anus, sex organ, navel so it naturally bubbles up into the heart. Inhale. Chi flows where the mind goes, focusing downwards, inwards. What does your vitality feel like right now? Smile into that feeling and inhale. Squeeze your anus, sex organ, navel. Imagine this beautiful golden elixir rising up your spine from your roots. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, smiling inwardly. And exhale. Ah, beautiful. So traditionally, sexual kung fu is done standing up. And by the way, kung fu in this context means daily discipline. So it's the daily discipline of harnessing and directing your erotic energy. So let's start to stand up. If you're dizzy, you can hold your breath for 2 seconds and let your blood pressure equalize. We're gonna start by bringing our big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Bring your left hand to your low belly and plug your right nostril. We're gonna do breath of fire 36 times through the left nostril to balance out our divine feminine side. Inhale. Start to pump the navel in and out, also known as bellows breath. Inhale. Suspend the breath, squeeze your pelvic floor and focus at your low belly, focusing the energy downwards and inwards. Exhale out both nostrils, smiling inwardly at your body. Plugging your left nostril, we're gonna balance out our divine masculine side. Inhale, breath of fire. Suspending your breath, squeeze your anus, sex organ, navel, focus at your low belly. Exhale, make the heart sound. Widening your stance, coming into what we call horse stance. So the feet are parallel, they're underneath our shoulders, chest sunk, tailbone tucked, ears over shoulders, and we're just gonna stand here and breathe in what we call the horse stance. Very grounding. That's what I like about this lineage. It's very about the body, about Mother Earth. We connect to Mother Earth to balance out our sexual energy. Take 3 breaths here. Making sure that you're pulling your chin in so you're not hunching forward. Combining mindfulness with an inner smile. Now start to shake your body. My teacher Montauk Chia and Lauren Johnson, they say to shake the body for at least 3 minutes a day. 20 minutes if you have any sort of dis-ease. So shake off any mental tension. Release it to the pull of gravity. Smiling inwardly, focusing on your mind and releasing tension to the pull of gravity. You can imagine a beautiful violet light permeating your skull, dissolving any tension. Continue to shake as you bring your hands by your heart, shaking off any emotional tension. Releasing it to the pull of gravity. Visualize a beautiful red liquid light permeating your heart, purifying your heart. Feels so good to breathe. And now shake your hands by your pelvic bowl, releasing any physical discomfort in your body. You can imagine a beautiful blue liquid light permeating your low belly. And the more you do this, the more you visualize, the more you focus inward, the easier it is to start to move and really feel this powerful energy. You know, sexual energy is life force energy. So really connecting to your body and feeling the juiciness, you know, the jing. We call it the raw primal essence, the jing. It's like if you were to wring yourself out like a washcloth, all the liquid that would come out, that's your jing. Jing. Qi, it's like your breath. It's associated with the heart. And then we have the Shen, refined spiritual energy associated with the mind, spirit, your third eye. So we're going to work on the Jing, Qi, Shen, the lower Dantian, the heart, and the mind. Shaking off any tension in your pelvic bowl. One more heart sound. Good. Now with a loose fist, you're going to start to tap your body. You can start by shaking and then tapping the lymph nodes on either side of your genitals. And then tap your low belly. What does your low belly feel like right now? Smile into that feeling. 80% of the immune system is located in the belly, according to classical Chinese medicine. So this is a great place to tap, moving the lymph, massaging the organs. Start to tap up your rib cage to your beautiful lungs. And let's combine the tapping with what we call the 6 healing sounds of classical Chinese medicine. Inhale the white light of courage into your lungs. As you continue to tap, let go of any sadness. S. Like a thick gray smoke out your mouth. Beautiful. And now we're going to focus on our kidneys. So tap your kidneys. Men are rooted in the kidneys, women in the liver, but both genders, the kidneys are so important because they're the batteries of our body. So inhale the blue light of calm into your kidneys. And just let go of any fear, CHU. One more, because the kidneys are so important. Inhale the blue light of calm into your kidneys. Let go of any fear, CHU. Thick gray smoke out your mouth. Awesome. Now let's tap our liver underneath the right rib cage. Not too hard, not too easy, just right, just like Goldilocks. Inhale the green light of kindness into your liver. And just let go of any anger, SH. What does your liver feel like right now? Smile into that feeling. Inhale green light, kindness into the liver. Let go of anger. Amazing. Coming up to our heart. Inhale the red light of joy into your heart. Let go of self-hatred or impatience, HA. What does your heart feel like? Smile into that feeling. Breathe red liquid light in. Let go of impatience, self-hatred, HA. Good. And last but not least, our lovely spleens underneath the left rib cage. What does your spleen feel like right now? Smile into that feeling. Inhale the yellow light of openness and trust into your spleen. Release any worry, excessive thinking with a guttural ho. Beautiful. Now just continue to tap the rest of your system, tap your skull. You can keep shaking to get that good, at least 3 minutes a day of shaking in. So good for strengthening your bones, your structure, your marrow, red and white blood cell production, lymphatic movement, circulatory system, nervous system, everything getting toned with sexual kung fu. Tapping down the arm and up the other side, the lymph nodes underneath the armpit, down the torso, and then the other side of your neck. Tap, tap, tap. Some people like to tap with an open hand like that. I prefer a loose fist. You can see what feels the best for you. Tap your kidneys again. You can never overcharge your kidneys. Such a great place to tap and focus. Now tap down your leg. Tap the top of your foot. And then tap down the other leg. Tap the top of the foot. You can even tap the bottom of the feet. By the way, the most grounded point in the body is the bubbling spring point, which is right there in the middle of the foot, slightly below the ball of the foot, right there. Super, super grounding place to focus your mind. So with that being said, come into your horse stance and just calm your body, communicating love to yourselves. Anytime you do the tapping, always finish by just caressing yourself. Nice feather touch, communicating love to yourself, smiling to yourself, beaming the happy healing light of your inner smile down into your beautiful body, your body temple. Take a deep breath. Make the triple warmer sound, clearing out any tension. Imagine clear light coming into your body, H-E-E. Inhale. Clear light comes in, and letting go of tension to the pull of gravity, out that bubbling spring point, H-E-E. Beautiful. So we've done our breath work, we've done our tapping. Now we're gonna move on to what we call spinal cord breathing. I'm gonna show you a side view. So you're in your horse stance. You're gonna inhale, arch your back and stick your booty back, looking up. And then exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor and your core and do a pelvic thrust basically as you bring your chin into your chest to compress your thyroid and your parathyroid as well as your thymus. Okay, so it's like this. Inhale, arch. Exhale, thrust. Inhale, arch. Exhale, thrust. You know, people who've received spinal cord injuries often, unfortunately, are not able to get erections anymore. They can't feel their genital region. So we know how very important the spinal column is to our sexual well-being and our overall health. So let's nourish the spine with the spinal cord breathing. Maintaining a nice grounded horse stance, knees slightly bent. Feels so good to breathe into yourself. Breathing in that fresh ass prana, baby. Continue to smile. A lot of sexual kung fu, we smile. Why? Because your brain can't tell the difference between a fake smile and a real smile. You still get serotonin release. You still get dopamine. You still get your endorphins. If you really want to amp it up, you can do what my teacher, Dr. Northrup, says is a limbic smile can be activated by thinking of someone or a creature, maybe your dog, that you love so dearly as you do this. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to reverse the direction. So we're here. We're going to inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, thrust. Exhale, arch and look up. Ten more. Then we're going to come into a pose called turtle. I love sexual kung fu for this grounding potentiality it gives us, really connecting. A lot of it's done standing outside with our knees bent. 3 more. Okay, on your next inhale, come into what we call turtle. Inhale deeply, suspend your breath, bring your elbows to the insides of your knees, not touching. Holding the breath, squeeze your anus and your pelvic floor, and see if you can apply a bit of downward diaphragmatic pressure as you keep your spine and neck as neutral as possible. Visualize this beautiful blue liquid light condensing in your kidneys. So you're squeezing your pelvic floor and you're pressing your diaphragm down for 3, 2, 1. Rise up, and as you exhale, make the heart sound, H-A. Beautiful. Okay, so that was called spinal cord breathing. The next exercise of what I call the Core 4, I learned it from my senior universal healing Tao instructor, Mr. Lauren Johnson, amazing teacher who certified me as a UHT teacher, is testicle breathing. testicle and ovarian breathing if you're a female. So the ovaries are here, and of course the testicles are here. So if you're a woman, I invite you to beam the happy healing light of your inner smile down into your ovaries. And if you're a man, beam the happy healing light of your inner smile down into your testes. In men, 98% of the testosterone is created in the testicles and 2% in the adrenals. A lot of sexual kung fu is about focusing on our glands to improve their health. Because in my experience, when your glands are firing and secreting correctly, you feel so juicy, you feel so blissful, and all you want to do is create and help people. So inhale into your gonads as you slightly arch your back. Exhale, flatten your back, and if you're a male, pull your gonads up towards your body. Now, if you don't really feel your gonads or your ovaries, you can do some massage. So you can massage your ovaries like that, or you could even grab your balls and just do a little bit of testicle massage like this. I actually massage my testicles twice my age every morning in a cold shower. So once you've done a little bit of massage to really feel it, if you need to, then just continue with this breathing, arching, letting the balls drop. Exhale, pulling them up, and just imagine that your ovaries, if you're a female, are just vibrating with chi. Use your power of imagination, and over time you're going to feel this more and more. If you're a male, I invite you to retain your semen for longer periods of time perhaps than you're used to, so that you replenish your glandular system, so you've got simply more energy to work with. My teacher Montauk Chia says most men should ejaculate maybe about twice a month. Why? Because it takes your body so much energy and resources to create semen. Think about it, it creates a whole new life. And many men are addicted to ejaculation. So this testicle breathing and this ovarian breathing can really help us learn how to harness and direct the energy and create a bigger balloon to store it, right? Most people just have the genitals to hold their sexual charge. In sexual kung fu, we're inhaling into the genitals, and then exhale, we're gonna start to breathe that energy up your spine, okay? So inhale, just like in spinal cord breathing, but more subtle now. Inhale, arch your back, let your testicles drop, breathe into your gonads. Exhale, pull them up towards the body, and imagine that they're spiraling like water wheels, up the back, down the front. I like to imagine blue liquid light because I'm prone to overheating. But you can imagine like a golden light as well, whatever serves you best. Play with it, have fun with it. Sexual kung fu is fun. Inhale, smile into your loins, arch your back, let your balls drop. Exhale, pull them up towards the body. Visualize some energy leaving your testicles, rising up your spine to the door of life between your kidneys and overflowing into your kidneys. Remembering that the kidneys are the batteries of the body, and the kidneys are governed by the water element, and they actually govern sexual energy. You can never overcharge your kidneys. It's such a great place to bring sexual energy to. Inhale into your gonads. Exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor and visualize the energy rising up to that door of life point and overflowing into your kidneys. I'm gonna stop talking and I invite you to now really just feel it. What does your vitality in your gonads feel like right now? Smile into that feeling. And as you exhale, breathe it up into your kidneys. Maybe you start to feel a tingling sensation. Maybe you feel a heaviness, a weightiness. Or maybe you feel nothing at all, that's okay. It's like riding a bike, it gets easier with time as you practice. Inhale, the testicles drop. Exhale, the testicles rise. Inhale into your ovaries. Exhale, imagine some of that energy from your ovaries rising up to nourish your kidneys. Long deep breaths down into your gonads. And if any fear comes up, any shame, any doubt, that's normal. Sexuality is the biggest wound in all of humanity. And my teacher, Dr. Christiane Northrup, she says, if we want more power in our lives, we've got to go to the place in our body where we have been the most traumatized collectively, and that's for most of us the genitals. So you can say out loud, I am shameless, I am fearless, I am doubtless, because fear in the present moment is fear, fear in the past is shame, and fear in the future is doubt. And you're probably one of the first people in your family lineage addressing sexuality and blockages of eroticism for the first time. So good for you. If the shame comes up, you just say, I am shameless, I am fearless, I am doubtless, and smile into yourself. Give yourself that love that you give everybody else. You deserve it too. It's like the Buddha says, you, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love. Your healing love and your affection, as Montauk Chia calls it, the healing love. Continuing to breathe into your gonads. Rising the energy up your spine into your kidneys. You might start to feel some juicy sensations. I invite you to fully embrace them without judgment. Let's take one more deep breath. Beautiful. Take a deep cleansing breath. Let's make the heart sound. HA. Wonderful, my friends. We always like to finish our sexual kung fu practice with 2 exercises. The microcosmic orbit, as well as collecting the energy in the lower dantian, the lower cauldron of Chinese medicine, the center point of your gravity. So finding a nice tall spine, you can do this with loose fitting clothing or naked. Traditionally, it's done with, if you're a male, the testicles hanging over the edge of a chair so you can really feel them rising and falling. But you can also do it cross-legged if that feels good. I'm kind of like a yogi. I trained a lot in India, so I'm really used to sitting cross-legged and I like that grounded sensation. So yogi's choice of how you're sitting. You can even do it in horse stance. And I invite you to just feel that energy in your loins. Feel that powerful energy in your kidneys that you've just cultivated. Energy flows where the mind goes. I invite you to accumulate that energy in a pearl in your low belly. You can visualize a beautiful blue pearl. It's a liquid pearl. It's got substance to it. And now imagine that pearl is spiraling up the back, down the front of your lower cauldron, your lower tantian, which means in English, elixir field. This is the place in our body where we create medicine for ourselves. Imagine that beautiful blue pearl is now spiraling down to your perineum, the space between your genitals and your anus. As it spirals here, you're mixing the blood and the chi, if you're a female, in your Skene's gland, the sacred spot. If you're male, the prostate, the gland associated with the root chakra. So here you can request the blessing of earth, groundedness, stability, anchoredness, connection to nature and your body. We're going to spiral the pearl up on the inhale, up the spine from the perineum to the crown. Touching the tongue to the roof of the mouth to complete the orbit, bring the energy down the front. This is the yin channel. Back down to the perineum. Inhale, energy rises up the spine. Roll your eyes up as you visualize it rising up your spine. Up to the crown chakra, the pineal, requesting the blessing of heaven. Guidance, intuition, angelic support, and then exhale the energy. Waterfalls down the yin channel, back to the perineum. Inhale, energy rises up the yang channel, the masculine channel, up your spine to your pineal. Exhale down the front. Now, scientific studies are showing that this microcosmic orbit meditation actually strengthens your electromagnetic field. Right? A lot of people are concerned about 5G. This is a way to actually fortify yourself against 5G, EMF frequencies. You're literally enhancing your electromagnetism right now. Your aura, as they call it, or your Ka body, as the Egyptians called it. Inhale, energy rises up the spine. Exhale down the front. Let's do that 3 more times. Tracing the movement of the energy with your eyes. Now on this last time, we're going to inhale it up the spine. Inhaling the chi up the spine. And now exhale down the Sushumna Nadi, the center of your body, the bliss channel they call it, all the way down to your low belly, back to your lower Tantian, at a collection point between your belly button, the door of life between your kidneys, and your perineum, where you feel it strongest. Now, Montauk Chia has been talking lately about the power of bringing your hands to your low belly. It's very healing for all your organs. So let's visualize this beautiful blue pearl, or gold pearl if you want, spiraling. If you're a male, traditionally you spiral 9 times clockwise as you breathe in, and it's opposite for females, 9 times counterclockwise. So inhale. Visualize this energy overflowing to all your 5 major organs. And exhale, counterclockwise if you're male, clockwise if you're female. The energy condenses into this powerful pearl in your center of gravity. Beautiful. Now will the energy to collect there and press save. May all the people suffering from sexual shame, erectile dysfunction, the list goes on, right? Prostate issues, even a penis size shame. A lot of men I coach feel like their penis isn't big enough. Well, I have to tell you, this work actually makes your penis bigger because it brings you into a parasympathetic state. And there's certain advanced techniques that I teach my classes where you actually pull on the lingam and you even hang weights from it in some of the very advanced practices to actually lengthen and grow your manhood. So may all the humans out there suffering from any sort of sexual difficulties discover the path of the middle way of sexual kung fu. Let's close our practice with the mantra, I am. So just rub your hands together, and we're going to chant it in the style I am. We're going to pronounce it that way just because it sounds more resonant. Use the power of your anus, sex organ, navel, your navel point, to really chant this out to the world. I am. I am. Many blessings to you. If you'd like to check out my work, head over to WillBlunderfield.ca, and I look forward to sharing more teachings with you. Sadnam.